Hello and good day. Today we're visiting the Guadalupe Reservoir in Santa Clara, California. Recently, California and the whole West Coast has been experiencing an atmospheric river of steady storms that have dropped inches of rain on the state and the greater West Coast, resulting in great damage to property and unfortunately taking some lives in some cases over the last several weeks to begin the year of 2023. So today we came over to the Guadalupe Reservoir to take a look at the recent rainfall's effect on the dam. As you can see from the video, we have had some significant rise in the water. However, it's not quite to the level that, at least in my opinion, I thought it may be. But you can see from here, there has been a significant rise. There is quite a bit of debris that's accumulated, but thankfully there has been some change in the water levels. Now, for those who've been here in the past and may be familiar with the dam, it's still quite low. This could be the result of them releasing some of the water down the Guadalupe River and down that leads over to Almaden Park. It also could be due to the findings back, I believe it was in 2010 or 2011, when a seismic survey of the dam was done, and it was deemed that it is vulnerable to earthquake damage. So at some point in the near future, they will be doing a retrofit of the whole dam, whatever that may entail. The dam is important to the area, although they're not quite sure to the level of human consumption the water is used for, because I do know that there has been some contamination in the water due to there being mercury in the water from mines that were mined several decades ago, hundreds of years ago, I can imagine, down in Almaden. So as a result of that, some of the mercury has seeped into the water table. I believe also there's an advisory on consuming any fish that you may catch from this water. Probably not ideal for young children or women who are pregnant or who plan to be pregnant at some time in the future. I do know that the people have caught bass. I've seen some bass caught there, decent size. So I'm sure the fish are happy for this influx of new clean water for them. I can imagine that the dam's water has gotten very murky over the last several years due to insufficient rainfall. You can see here from the video the accumulation of a sort of muck of debris, dirt, wood, sticks, that sort of thing that's accumulated in the water. The orange barrier there was intended to contain that. You see those typically with like a oil spill or something to the effect. But that's not solid, it's floating. It's floating debris. Still quite nice to be out there, even though it's a raining day. Okay, now for the actual change in the water capacity since the rainstorms in early January of 2023, there has been an increase. On January 8th, the storage water levels were at about 570 feet. As of today, January 15th, it's at about 580 feet of water storage. To put that in perspective, it tops off at 617 feet of storage. That's before it will start spilling over into the spillways. So, still decent change. Uh, they're letting out some of the pressure there. You can see from the valve that goes down the creek, which was gushing all the way down Hicks Road, quite a bit. I would guesstimate somewhere upward up to 3 feet deep, possibly, in that little creek. Hey, good day, folks. Today we're out here at the Guadalupe River Reservoir in Santa Clara County, here at my son Kenji. And after this big rainfall that we've been having here in California over the last few weeks, we've decided to come out here and check the reservoir levels. So, what do you think, Kenji?
I thought it would be a little higher. I didn't think we would be able to get this high. I thought it would be like 3 times as much as that, but
yeah,
no.
Yeah. So, yeah, to our surprise, we thought it would be much higher, but it's not. I think what's happening, right? We saw that they're releasing some of the water from here. So I'm not quite sure why they're releasing that. I think it does go to the Almaden River, if I'm not mistaken. If anybody's watching this, may want to correct us and let us know where this water goes to. But I mean, the water levels are pretty low. So if anybody's familiar with the conduit pipe that's down here, we've been here at times where the water's been over that thing, right? And but it's not. So what's the biggest difference though, Kenji? What's all this stuff that we're seeing here?
It's like pieces of wood from trees, mud, and other stuff, like dirt.
Yeah, well, it's kind of cruddy, right? It's kind of cruddy. But you can see down there, there's a lot of like runoff and wash off from the storm, and I guess it's pushed all this stuff. But the good news is for folks who've come out here on a regular basis, the big stick that was sticking out there, that big pole, we can't see it anymore, right? That big pole, that's good, right? So I think the water must have risen at least, I don't know, 5 feet maybe? I don't know. I could be totally off. But that's a good sign. So we came out here just to check it out. All this latest rainfall we've had in California is very encouraging, for our, drought that we've been having over the last few years. So we're very thankful for the water that we received. And but we were hoping it'd be a little bit higher. But this video is for everybody who does come out here, who is just curious about how the Guadalupe Reservoir is looking. All right. So, all right. Signing off for now. Maybe we'll come back and do another update in the days or weeks in the future. All right, folks. Thanks for taking the time to tune in.